Okay, good evening, everyone. Please indicate if you can hear me.
Good evening, we can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. I think we can start now. Yeah. Okay. So firstly, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to assure you that you've definitely made the right call by showing up for this webinar, because we are going to be speaking about a lot of things, and it's not just about theory, but we are also going to talk about the kind of knowledge that definitely needs action. And this entire session is going to just teach us how tech and entrepreneurship connect, and how your bold ideas can actually turn into real success stories. So trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this. So thank you once again for joining. And now, before we kick things off, we would like to get to know the amazing mind behind today's session, which is our guest speaker, in person of Mr. Mahmoud Munir Dangude. Yes. So Mr. Mahmoud is not only a banker and a licensed business development service provider, but he's also a passionate serial entrepreneur. He leads multiple organizations, including YouPrime Nigeria Ltd, Dida Cleaning and General Merchandise Limited, and Young Entrepreneurs Foundation for Youth Development and Empowerment, alongside a cooperative society that is under the same platform. He's also the founder of the popular Entrepreneurs Book Club. He's a proud member of Toastmasters International, and he's someone who continues to groom and inspire future leaders and entrepreneurs. So beyond the boardroom, he's a lover of personal development books. He loves to read them. He loves to watch movies. He loves to play football, and he also loves to connect with new people. And on top of all that, he's also a proud husband and father. So this is just a glimpse of the value that he's going to bring to the table today, and we are truly honored to have him here with us today. Yes, I can't wait to see it and to hear from him. So without any further ado, let's give our full attention and our energy to Mr. Mahmoud Mani Dongude as he shares with us on entrepreneurship and innovation. Thank you. So over to you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Kate. Thank you so much for this platform. And thank you, everyone, for finding time out of your busy schedule to attend this very, very important session. So please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you clearly.
Thank you so much. So, is there any of us that is into any business here? Please indicate if you are, then tell us the name of your business. One or two people, please. And just open your mic and tell us the name and the name of your business. Just these two sentences. Your name, my name is so. The name of my business, so. Hello? Anyone? I can see Nathio.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening, rather. Oh, sorry.
Good evening, Nathio. We can hear you. Okay. Is there any of us that is into any business? You just need to hear your name and the name of your business. Hello, anyone wants to share?
I was in a place where I was unable to record. So, good evening. My name is Nafi Isaac, and I own a delivery company. Yes.
You own? Sorry, what type of company do you own? Hello, Navio. Are you with me? Can you hear me? Hi, Navio. Can you hear me?
Delivery.
Okay, delivery. Okay, you are into delivery. Okay, awesome. So thank you, Navio. Thank you, everyone. So our topic of discussion, as seen on the slide today, is at the crossroads of tech and entrepreneurship, how an entrepreneurial mindset fuels tech success. Who's excited about this very, very crucial and important topic? Please, I want it to be a very interactive session so that we can get the best out of it. Thank you. Good. So yeah, so we are talking about tech and entrepreneurship. So I'm not more of a tech person, but I'm more of an entrepreneurship person. So if we have techies here, I'd love to see a lot of contributions coming in from the techies while I handle the entrepreneurship parts. We have that agreement. We have that agreement. Okay, interesting. So what is entrepreneurship all about? Entrepreneurship is all about solving existing societal problems. That's the major goal of entrepreneurship. Sometimes financial benefits are attached to it, and sometimes they are not. But majorly, entrepreneurship is about solving societal problems. And tech, most especially now, is one of the major is one of the major ways of solving societal problems, because we know that we have this saying currently that tech is the new oil. Is that right? So I'm yet into tech. I'm not started getting the money coming from it, because they say tech is the new oil because people believe there is a lot of money tech. But all we have to do is find existing societal problems and solve it using technology. So as long as we can do that, then definitely we can be able to make a lot of money out of it. So today's topic is not all about you having the tech skills. How can you monetize it? How can you use it to solve societal problems and make money out of it, or solve societal problems for the greater good of the community? So that's it. So you can either be, you can use tech to either establish a profit-oriented business, or you can use tech to be a social entrepreneur. By being a social entrepreneur, it means you are solving societal problems not to make money, but for the greater good of the community. So, however, whenever we are venturing into any business, our focus shouldn't be on the money. Our focus should be just on solving a problem, then the money follows. For example, when we see people like Dangote, like for example in Nigeria and Africa, when we see them making a lot of money, we see people like Boa, we see people like, for example, in tech sector around the world, we can look at people like Bill Gates in the tech, right? You can look at people like the owner of Tesla. That's an ex. That's someone remind me the name, please. Keep my mind. Can anybody open his mic?
Elon Musk, right?
Yes, Elon Musk. That's the name. Thank you. So yeah, so when you see them making a lot of money, it's not that this money just comes, from the sky. They started with identifying societal problems and solving it. For example, Bill Gates started with identifying that, okay, if how can we have a desktop or a computer at every household? Because like he identified the fact that these computers can make a lot of impact in supporting human beings to deliver their daily jobs. So what if we can have a computer on every desk of every home? So that was the goal, so that people's job will be easy, and that's the goal behind Microsoft. And now, currently, I think that goal has been achieved. That vision has been achieved, and then that's why Bill Gates was able to make a hell lot of money out of it in the process, of course. So that's why we have Microsoft. We have Microsoft packages where we have the Microsoft Word that we use to type all our documents. We have the Excel sheets that does a lot of work in the offices, what have you, and then you have the other packages of Microsoft and other of their products that is being used worldwide to solve a lot of challenges and make life easier for people. So entrepreneurship is not just about making money; it's about problem solving and value addition. Value addition. So now, for example, if we take like Microsoft as a case study, what is the value addition? The value addition is making work easier and also, supplying these computers in every desk so that the benefit is not just restricted to a number of people. Is the benefit is to a greater larger extent, because like every every household should get at least one computer and their life becomes easier. So that is it. And likewise, if you look at every other successful entrepreneur, you will see that the whole journey starts with a vision to solve a strong societal challenge. That's it. So now, how can you now venture into business through tech? I know that in this is our session this evening. We have a lot of people that are into tech. I know Kate is one of these people, and I know I'm not familiar with all the audience that are on that, but I'm sure we have some people that are in tech. So it's not just about you getting these skills. How can you monetize them? How can you use that skill that you have to solve a particular problem that has been existing, for example, for a long time in your immediate community? What is that challenge? What is making life difficult for people in your immediate community? And then how can you use your tech skills to solve that societal problem? So let me give you all a clue on how you can identify that. A lot of us have skills, but we don't even know how to use it or how we can use it as a business. So give you I will give you a clue on how you can actually easily convert your skill to a business venture. So how can you do that? You can get a pen, write down the list of all the skills that you have. If you are a techie, which is more related to our topic of conversation, write down all the skills that you have in tech. For example, maybe you can list out web design, you can list out cyber security, you can list out maybe database management, you can list out a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not a tech person, so I'm not familiar with all your courses. But to mention a few that I have known, you can make a list out of all the tech skills that you have. And then from the other side, you can also make a list of all the societal problems in your immediate community, right? What is it? Children are not going to school. So it's difficult for people to get um, you know, a restaurant that they can eat conveniently around my community. Okay, transportation is very difficult from this area. So people don't have access to good water. You can make a list out of a lot of societal problems. Each of our societies, we know we are in Nigeria, we have like a lot of problems. So make that list, make a list of your skills, and then make a list of your societal problems. And then you now prospect to see which of your skills can solve any of those societal problems, right? If you have the database management, okay, what if I can create, a system where I can be feeding the government information about, how much people in Kaduna are suffering with transportation. What are these number of people? What is their age range? and what have you. So you can like use your tech skills to provide that platform, right? So you have database management skills, and then you are using it to solve a problem by providing information to the government, which will make it so work easier with your information to provide solutions to the people. So you look at all these kind of things, you now see how you can make it. For example, now we all knew about OP, right? I think one of the problems that OP tried to solve through tech is transportation challenge. For example, in Nigeria, I know that it's an international company, but for example, in Nigeria, they tried to solve the transportation problem where they engaged the taken up, riders, and then the public. You can all remember maybe 5 years back where you can use OP to book a ride, through through their through their application. You can book a ride, and then the rider will also communicate with you. So this is application of tech in solving transportation problem. So I'm making these examples because they are examples we can relate with. So this is a very, very easy way to identify how you can use your tech skill to venture into a business. Like I said, list out all your skills, then list out from other end the list of societal problems, then identify which of these tech skills that you have can be used to solve any of those challenges in the community. So I know I have 15 minutes for this introductory um, you know, uh, clues about how you can, monetize your tech skills. So I think I can now hand over to Keith to continue from where we began. But before we do that, I would like the audience to let's have some volunteers open up their mic and tell me whether they've understood the point I'm coming from, whether they have benefited from what I've shared, and then share some ideas and examples about what are in line with what I have talked about. So thank you. So let's hear one or two people, please share with us. If you have any local examples that will aid better understanding, or you have some additions to what I have mentioned, please open your mic. Let's have at least maybe three people out of the audience. So who is going to go first? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So who is going to one? Some local examples in addition to the examples I've shared, in line with what I've said about matching your skills to societal problems so that you can convert your tech skills into a business. So, and then you can also make some additions for better understanding so that we know that we are all on the same page. So he's going first. I can see Aisha Abubakar, I can see Yunusa, I can see Hadiza Isa, I can see Sadia Shehu, I can see Nache, Abdulaziz, Zainab. So who is going first? Please, let's have an interactive session so that we all benefit from one another, learn and all learn and relearn.
Okay, if you can't speak, you can always use the chat box and just type in your responses. Thank you.
Okay, good evening. Please confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, from everything you said, yeah, it's quite insightful, sir. Thank you for the presentation. So you spoke about entrepreneurship, and the main purpose for entrepreneurship is to solve societal problems, as you said. And an example, I'll relate it to tech. I'll take hospitals, for instance. Normally they use like paper and pen to take records and everything before now. And these days, we have some developers who created some softwares that you can impute everything in them so that you will not have loss of documentations and everything, which is quite important because before now you have some stuffs that will get lost and I don't really understand. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. This is amazing. I actually love this example, and it's something that we've all been working with. I think even the Gmail that we are using, we can use it to save our documents, the Yahoo Mail, a lot of platforms now. The Google Docs, I think these are all tech, related, uh, solutions that you can also use to store documents. But as he rightly said, what is the problem and what are they solving? The problem is that okay, writing on paper, you can lose the paper. The paper can, water can litter the paper and it gets spoiled and you lose the information. And then for example, the paper can get sun and then you lose the information, right? You can even forget where you kept it, you lose the information. So, but what if it's there online? At any point in time, you can have access to it. So that's the problem. Is loss of information. While the solution is having, you know, a, a cloud space where you can always store and have access to your documents. So this adds, the value addition, better record keeping. So thank you so much for sharing this very insightful example with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a very, very good example that we can all relate with. So let's move. Who is going next? Let's feel free to share our, ideas and opinions. This is the way we learn better. We all learn by the deed. So please open your mind, share an example with us. Who is going next? Okay. It's it. Waste management. So how can you, please you can open your mic and share with us. How can you, manage waste using tech? And what are local examples? What are businesses that have done that before?
Okay. So for this waste management system, I've seen a live example of this in action, in the sense that, okay, these waste collectors, they have sensors that track when the waste bin is already at a certain level. And then when it's at a certain level, it alerts the controllers, those with the application, to tell them, okay, this certain waste bin at this location is full. And then they take the equipment there and they pick up the trash cans and dispose them.
Wow, awesome, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. This is very, very, very good example. So this is something we can all relate with. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, kids. We all are familiar with wastes across our streets in Nigeria, mostly every state. So now, even though there are, places that have waste bin are even a bit developed for our very much civilized, I would say, because it's not even every corner of our cities that have waste bin being on the street. So now for this kind of civilized areas that have waste bin on the streets, you will see that sometimes these bins get very full and then the waste starts spreading all over again on our streets and then spoiling the environment. So this waste management system gives the waste management authorities a clue when, for example, the bin is at 70% full. So in that case, they will arrange in good time to come and discharge the waste so that it will not get full and start spoiling the streets. So this brings about waste management and also time management in waste management. So this is also a very, very wonderful solution, and it goes a long way in keeping our environments clean. So thank you so much for sharing these kits. So let's also get the one other person that will share an example with us. Let's get another person that shares an example with us, please. Who is going next? I have Hadiza Isa, I have Aisha Abakar, I have Yunusa, right? I have Imran. So who is going next? Just share one example with us for us, and then you can also, if you are not setting an example, you can add up to what we have discussed by sharing some of your opinions. Let's learn from one another. We have Zainab. Who's going next?
Okay, but can everyone hear? Can you hear the speaker? If you can't, please indicate.
Yes.
Because this place is so quiet. Should we do a little exercise?
Hello.
Okay,
Good
great.
evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I think one of the most important technological use of waste management is in recycling. I feel
Yes.
if people can be able to recycle most of this waste, it becomes much more useful, and people really get to just dispose of all those waste any way they want to, based on the fact that they can easily recycle rubber, plastic, paper, and all those waste that people think is just useless. So if technology can be so advanced that we can recycle almost everything, then I think it's really a good application. Uh, so I feel recycling is one of the major technological whatever use that we can see.
Yes, Nachi, you are very right. You are very right. But as we talk about this, just thought of an idea, for example, whereby you can create a platform that links up can have like a collection of all the recycling companies in Kaduna, which is like, for example, if it's plastic, you have companies that are into recycling of plastic. There are companies that are into recycling of leather, for example, recycling of polyethylene bags and what have you. Then you now be able to link up, people that have maybe large chunks of this plastic or whatever raw material that they need for their recycling, connect them with the people that need it, and then be able to earn on your platform through that. That's actually a business idea that can work, and it can also improve the recycling sector because you link up companies that are into recycling with easy access to raw materials. And then these raw materials from the sellers, they are not just coming for free, they are also, people are paying for it. So everything can happen online. You get paid, the sellers get paid, and then the recycling companies have access to raw materials that they can process and further their business. So I think recycling, yes, it's actually a good one. So there are like 1,000 of ideas out there. All you have to do is sit down, reason it out, and then what can you do to solve that problem through tech? So you see, that's how tech makes lives easy for people. Everybody is at home, or everybody is at home at their comfort zone, but it's giving people access to information that they can use to make an impactful decision. So that is how much tech can improve our lives. So thank you so much, Nachi. Thank you so much for sharing this very local example with us. I think recycling business is one of the businesses that is really thriving. especially in Nigeria, is really coming up strong. So if someone can find a way to introduce any part of tech into it that can solve some of the challenges within that sector, it's actually a room for making money. Yeah. So this brings us to where I round up the tips session by saying that okay, you generating business idea doesn't mean that uh, you know because a similar business is existing, then you can't go into it. The most important thing is value addition. If someone is into tech related recycling business, waste management business, transportation business, it doesn't mean that you can't go into that business. You can think about what is the gap in that business, what is the value addition, what is not existing, what is missing in that industry. Then you can come up with a solution and then venture it into it. You can be in a business either to bring something that is not into existence or to improve something that is already in existence. So thank you so much for listening and sharing your insights and examples with us. And over to you. It's
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Mahmoud. I must say this was very insightful and yes, interesting because whether we believe it or not, tech has a role to play in entrepreneurship and vice versa. So it's the earlier we embrace it, the better it will become for us. So yes, I hope you all have learned something from the interaction that we've just had, and we'll be moving on to the next session, which is the Q&A session, where we'll be asking Mr. Mahmoud a few questions, and we'll also give the room to our audience to give us the questions that some of them may have. So yes, over to you, Constance.
Okay, good evening, everybody. For this section, we'll be having our questions and answers. We have few questions lined up for our speaker. And okay. Yes, so yes, okay, so the first question I'll be asking is an entrepreneurial mindset something you're born with or can it be learned? That's the first question I'll be asking.
okay. Thank you so much for this question. So if I get the question again, is an entrepreneurship mindset something you are born with or something that you can learn? Is that the question?
Yes,
Please confirm.
yes, that's the question. Yes.
Okay. So thank you. So what I would love to say is that all of us are born differently, right? Entrepreneurship has a lot to do with risk taking because most of the times you being in an entrepreneur means that you have a vision that most people don't believe in. You have a vision that most people don't understand, right? But you have this trust that this thing should be like it's supposed to be there, but it's missing in the society. And then you have this passion, and then this, uh, this inquisitivity of how can I bring this to life, right? And then you trust that you can do it so much that you start, investing your resources, your time, and your energy into whatever it is that you want to do. You start bringing people into it. You start like sharing your vision with people. Some people will believe you. Some people will laugh at you, and then it keeps moving on. So what I want to stress on this part is the risk-taking part. So some of us are born as risk takers. So if you are a risk taker, it's very, very easier for you to venture into entrepreneurship because most of the things that you will be doing in the business in the beginning of your business is risk taking. You will be spending money that you are not sure will come back, and it's your hard-earned money. You are not sure if this idea will even come to life or this idea will sell or if people will buy my product or services. You are not sure. You just keep investing money, keep investing your time that you might other use this somehow to generate immediate benefits, right? You use your energy, you do a lot of things, you even put your reputation at risk because like and then you are not very sure this idea will work. So you are taking so that's like a reputational risk whereby if that business crash, people will feel you cheat them or you are just a liar or what have you. So it's a lot of risk taking. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. So some of us that are born as risk takers have higher chances of being entrepreneurs by themselves without someone pushing them. But then we all know that entrepreneurship is the right way to go. So even if we are not born as risk takers or people that believe in entrepreneurship, but we can see what the world is. We can see that the richest people in the world, the most influential people in the world are entrepreneurs, right? We are talking about Bill Gates. We are talking about Dangote. We are talking about we were talking about a lot of entrepreneurs that have made it and a lot of people that are really really rich that they top the world and they are all entrepreneurs. So we know that for us to make reasonable amount of money, we definitely need to shift into entrepreneurship. So whether we are born as risk takers or not, we need to be able to learn how to take these risks and then how to get the best out of the risks that we are taking. And this can actually be learned through sessions like this. It's organized by Apexium Technologies Ltd. Through the reading of books, through attending seminars, and also networking with people that are in the entrepreneurship sector. You can learn a lot. You can actually see better ways you can do business. And this is something everybody should learn because if we look at it, we see that developed countries don't really, bother about graduating to get jobs. They actually create their own jobs through entrepreneurship and employ others. And then that makes the higher percentage of their own economy. And that's why we are exporting a lot of things from other countries because those countries are majorly into entrepreneurship, solving problems, creating products, creating services that are accessible worldwide. And that's why we see ourselves importing products and services from other countries. We should be able to create the same, kind of atmosphere in Nigeria, whereby a lot of other countries will also be exporting to with our product and services. So I would love to say by rounding up in answering this question that yes, there are some of us that are born as risk takers, which have higher chances of venturing into entrepreneurship. Now, for example, let's look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk says that he wants to build, a spaceship, and then a lot of people will not believe in that idea, and someone has not done it before, and so you see, he's already a risk taker. He's putting everything that he has ever earned into this project, and it became successful, and he made a lot of money. So, so there are some of us that are born as risk takers, but then all of us need to learn how to take risk because in life it's a general rule of nature. The higher the risk you are taking, the higher the rewards you will get. So thank you. So entrepreneurship is something like risk taking majorly, not entrepreneurship. Is something that we can be born with, which makes us easier to become, which makes it easier for us to become entrepreneurs. But it's also something that we can learn. So yeah, so I hope I've answered this question.
Wow, that was very, very insightful. We thank you for that very enlightening answer you've given us. And yes, you have answered, you have done justice to that question. Yes, so before I move on, for the rest of us, for most of us that do have questions for our guest speakers, we can write that down so that we won't forget, or you can drop them in the chat. So when it's time, you can ask your question. Yes, so I'll be moving on to the next question. Okay, so the next question is, how does an entrepreneurial mindset fuel tech success? Like, how does the mindset of an entrepreneur fuel, or should I say give room for success in the tech field? I mean, yes.
Okay, okay. So this is very, very important question. And this is what I would love to say about this. The question again is, how does an entrepreneurship mindset fuels success in the tech space? Guys, is that the question? Please confirm if that is the question.
Yes, yes.
So, someone with entrepreneurial mindset in the tech space doesn't even have to be the real techie or the real, brain behind whatever solution that is being provided, but is the person with the entrepreneurial mindset, is the person that carries the vision that, okay, if some other countries, for example, have done it, we can also do it. That's the vision. And then the person now start thinking of what resources, both human and inhuman, do we need to make this happen. Now, that's now the person now thinking about, okay, who are these tech people that I can bring in together to provide this solution to solve this problem? Okay, that's when you now start thinking about, okay, data analyst, web designer, what have you. And then you now put these techies together to form a team. What has he done? He's creating jobs for other techies that are not even having entrepreneurship mindsets. So that's already a job creation. Aside from the problem solving, then there is the job creation. Then there is also, you know, the income creation, which means that wealth creation, sorry, which means that he is making money, and any other person that is in that business, either as a team member or as a supplier or as a buyer, is um, or for example, I would love to see as a supplier or the government, everybody is making money. That's wealth creation. He's making money by getting profits from the solutions he's providing. He's creating jobs, paying salaries to the techies that do not have entrepreneurship mindset to start a business. He's giving them jobs and he's paying them salaries. That's wealth creation. He's paying tax to the government. That's also wealth creation from the government side. And so that's it. We have the problem solving, we have the job creation, and job creation has a lot to do with solving other societal challenges like reducing poverty, like reducing insecurity, because people that have jobs have others have legitimate sources of income, so they will not, they have lesser probability of going into crimes. So it has a lot of values. That's what you talk about success. So that's what you talk about success. So that's not one person succeeding. A lot of people are winning through the entrepreneurship mindset of whoever it is that gets it in the entrepreneurship in the tech space. So it's very, that's why it's very, very important for us to grow this kind of mindset, because we see it's carrying a lot of people on board, and everybody like is succeeding. Everybody is winning something from what you have created from your vision. So I think having an entrepreneurship mindset also gives platform for people with tech skills to actually come and practice what they have in their brains, like a real time. Uh, you know, not just, there are a lot of people that have a lot of skills, but they don't have platforms to actually come and showcase their skills. So people with entrepreneurship mindset create this platform, and they also give these people opportunities to shine. So I'm sure we have a lot of techies here, and all of us are working with either one organization or the other. So the owners of those organizations are actually the people with the entrepreneurship mindset. And then the techies that are working with them are those people that are making it out of their vision and ideas. So I don't know whether I have answered this question by saying this.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Sorry, the network tripped off for a while. Yes, so I don't know if you're
Okay.
done answering the question. You have something to
Okay.
say?
You capture what I said. You capture what I said. From Okay. So can anybody just share with me what was what you had me said, like, briefly, so that I will know where to catch up the conversation, since you said there was network um, you know issue.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. Anybody can pick up from there. If you were listening, if you were following up on what our guest speaker was saying, you can kindly share with us so that he can pick it up from there. I don't know if Miss Kate is available right now. I don't know if she's there.
Okay, kids, are you with us? So let me just repeat what I have said. Let me repeat what I have said. What I said is that,
Okay, all right.
what I have said is that, the entrepreneurship mindset, creates a lot of value in the tech space through creating of jobs. Because, like I said, for example, there are a lot of us here that are techies, but they don't have platforms to showcase, you know, their talents, whatever skill that they have. So people now in the entrepreneurship mindset, for example, now Apexium Technologies Ltd is a tech company, right? So I'm sure there are a lot of people, in the tech space that are working with Apexium Technologies Limited. So now the entrepreneurship mindset behind Apexium Technologies Limited is, giving all those people with tech skills a platform to come and showcase their skills and practice what they have up there, that's in their brains, right? So that's one of it. And then secondly, I talked about job creation. I talk about job creation because you see now a lot of people are being employed through, for example, Apexium Technologies Limited, both the skilled and unskilled. There are people that are techs, and there are accountants, and there are admin guys, and everybody is, getting a job through Apexium Technologies Limited, right? And then talked about problem solving. Okay, what problem is Apexium Technologies Limited solving in our community? This goes a long way by benefiting, the entire community. Uh, you know, so, and then I talked about wealth creation. Wealth creation in the sense that, okay, the CEO or shareholders of Apexium Technologies Limited are making profits, and, generating wealth through Apexium Technologies Limited, and then people are being paid salaries. That's also wealth creation, right? Apexium Technologies Limited is also paying tax. That's wealth creation from the government side. So that's it. And then I talked about, okay, it also goes a long way. The entrepreneurship mindset within the tech space also makes us solve all our societal problems. Like, for example, the reduction in the rate of crime because people that are being employed have lesser probability of engaging themselves in any crime activities. So these are some of the you know things or successes that an entrepreneurial mindset can drive in the tech space. So I think that's a summary of what I said, and I don't know if I have answered the question. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
So did I do
Yeah.
justice to the question, or is there something that is unclear? Please, if there is anything that is not clear, you can bring me back on track so I can answer it better.
No, it's all clear now. Okay, Constance, are you there? Okay. Okay, maybe she's experiencing a bit of a network issue. Am I audible? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I
Can
think
you?
I will let me take over from here. So yes, when she's back, she can continue. Okay, for the third question is yes, for an aspiring young professional, what can you say is the absolute first step that they should take to launch a tech-driven business? For someone who's just starting out, who is a young professional, what's that first step that they need to take before they can launch a tech-driven business?
Okay. So I will take us through some steps, and I think I will share this book with us that all of us should go and read. And it's titled "The Diary of a CEO" by Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO. So I think this is a book everybody should read as long as you want to venture into entrepreneurship, not just entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you want to go into. So, and it teaches us something, and it says there are a lot of rules. I think about 33 rules of business and life. That's the theme of the book. So the number one rule is filling your buckets, your five buckets in the right order. Filling your five buckets in the right order. And what are these buckets? Okay, the five buckets are: number one, you have your learning bucket. Number two, you have your skills bucket. Number three, you have your money bucket. Then number four, you have network bucket. And then number five, you have your reputation bucket. So now, how do you fill these buckets? That's the question. And the rule says fill your five buckets in the right order. So for anyone looking to start a tech business, the first thing they need to do is to fill their knowledge buckets. That's the learning bucket. Fill your knowledge buckets. How do you do that? You try to, attend seminars, keep learning, whatever business, whatever sector that you want to dive into. I know that tech is a very, very wide sector. So, but you have to find any whatever niche that you have chosen to go into. The first step is you will do is accumulate a lot of knowledge in it. Accumulate a lot of knowledge, know everything about that area. If it is database management, if it's web design, do a lot of courses, learn web design in and out, fill your knowledge bucket very well. I think Dangote, there was an interview with Dangote very recently, and he said that there is no one business that's into that he doesn't know, everything about that business from beginning to end, even if you up from sleep. So I think that's one of the important things that you need to do. Fill your knowledge buckets by, doing courses, attending seminars, anything that has to do with whatever thing that you want to go into. If it's related to web design, any seminar, any class, any course that you see related to web design, just go into it and learn the best you can. Fill your knowledge bucket. And after filling your knowledge bucket, then you now fill your skills bucket. So how do you do that? Putting your knowledge into practice becomes a skill, right? So you have learned web design, then you now start practicing web design. Then you do put what you have learned into practice. So your knowledge into practice converts to your skill. So once you are able to fill your skills bucket, knowing that okay, whenever they wake you up, you can design a website or what have you, then you now move next into your third bucket, which is capital. So this business that I want to do, how do I want to source capital with it? So I need to start a job and be saving so that in so time I will have enough capital to venture into this business. No, do I want to get investors and convince them to invest in my idea? No, do I want to get a bank loan to start this business? No, do I, think do I want to do crowdfunding whereby a lot of people in the community are convinced of the value that you are going to provide to that community and they donate for you to start that business. Think a lot of ways to source capital. So that's your money bucket. So once you fill your money bucket, when you have enough money to start that business, then you fill your next bucket. That's your fourth bucket, which is your network bucket. So that's when you now start intentional networking. How do you meet your customers? Where do they go? You have clear description of your customers. How do you meet your customers? That's networking. You need to attend a lot of bad days to get, to know more people that can convert to your customers. Do you need to attend more social events? Do you need to do more of professional networking where you go to events where you have like-minded people that are in your industry? Or you have other people in entrepreneurship that you can learn from? Do you attend other events that you can meet investors? That's how you now build your network. But if you start looking for these platforms that you connect you to the right people that you are looking for in your business. So once you now fill your network bucket, your last bucket, which is the most important as well, is your reputational bucket. Then how do you protect your name? What do people think of when they first hear your name? What do people think of when they hear the name Kids? What do they think of when they hear about Apexium Technologies Ltd? What first comes to their mind? What do people first think of when they hear Mahmoud Manir Dangudi? What first comes to their mind? That's your reputational bucket. So then that's when you now intentionally shape the way people see you, shape the perspective of people about you. So I think that those are some steps that if you deliberately take these steps, you'll actually have a good start and finish in your choosing business endeavors. Thank you, and I hope I have answered this question.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for that. You have really, you have really given us like far more than we even asked. So we really thank you for that. Yes, so moving forward without wasting much time, um, this section is for our attendees that are present for in this webinar. So we've got something exciting, and before we move into that, before I unveil what we have for the attendees for today's webinar, we would like to ask few questions. We'd like to throw some questions. So if you get it right, then we'll go ahead to announce what we have in store for you. So with much pleasure, I'll be ushering in the co-moderator for this event, Mr. Imran. He would be the one to take over with the questions. So Imran, the floor is yours.
Okay, confirm if I'm audible, please.
Yes, yes.
You're audible.
Okay. These are the giveaway questions. The first question, I'll ask a question, and if you know the answer, you just raise up your hand and you give the answer. So the first question is, what is the goal for entrepreneurship? What is the goal for entrepreneurship?
Okay, we have someone raising her hand, Hadiza. Okay. You can go ahead, Hadiza. And
Okay,
Nachi.
Hadiza.
And Nachi.
Yeah, Hadiza, you can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone. The goal of any entrepreneur is to see how he can be able to fill the gap he or she is trying to fill in his own perspective. An entrepreneur is somebody that takes risks by filling those gaps that we have, because I believe each and every entrepreneur must have a purpose and the mission and vision of why he or she is setting her own or his own business. So the goal of any entrepreneur is to achieve the right and the stated objectives of his or her vision. Thank you very much.
Okay. The next person, which is Ms. Nachi, can go on. I think he was raising his hand.
Yes, yes. So I think the goal of any entrepreneur will be to create value, then to solve problem. That's the goal for most entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Those are very wonderful responses we had. And this leads us to our second question, which is, how can you monetize your skills into businesses? So if anyone has an answer to this, you can raise up your hand and we select. Okay, Hadiza Muhammad, again, you can go ahead.
Aligning someone's skill with the SDG goals that we have, I think is something good to adopt for any entrepreneur, because I believe each and every skill must have a linkage with the existing SDG goals that we want to achieve, and it's a global goal. So I believe any skill that we have, we can be able to align it with the SDG goals. Whether it is education, whether it is whatever skill you have, there must be one or two of the goals that you are aligning it with already. It's just that you have to unlock that opportunity and unlock that skill within you to know or to learn which one are you going in line with. Thank you.
Okay, that is a very good response, Ma. You did justice to that. And I think we have Z-Master who raising his hand. Please go ahead. Okay, I think he's not here. So Aisha is here. Aisha is raising her hand too. So you can go ahead, Aisha, please. Aisha Abubakar.
Hello, Imran. I'm on transit, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So I think we should just move to the next question. The next question is provide an example for the above. Like she said, all the SDG steps. So from the session we gave examples, you can use the example or provide your own example for that. Okay, Hadiza Muhammad, again, you can go ahead.
I don't want to look as if I have overshadowed everyone, but this question is just going in line with the skill or the little initiative that I have started putting on ground. So from my own end, what I'm trying to do as an entrepreneur is to fill the gap of education when we relate it to our personal lives and our personal care. So what I'm doing is I've aligned the SDG goals, that's education 4.0, with my skill. That's by giving the impact of education to the society and to the youth at large. And I've also tried to curtail the issue of poverty, which is also another SDG goals. It's even the number one, by providing, by aligning the skill I have with entrepreneur. So whatever I was able to teach someone as an entrepreneur, he can be able to link it up and get something doing that will generate income to his or her business from the little knowledge that I will impact to him. So, and I've also used the sustainability goal, which is also SDG 7, I think, which is using or utilizing the environment wisely by recycling waste to wealth. So I have used almost 4 or 5 SDG goals with my skill. So thank you for this little contribution.
Okay, thank you very much for this. You did really well with the answers here. That leads us to our fourth question, and we have one more. Okay, we have 2 more questions, question 4 and question 5. So how can you venture into businesses that are already in place? So how can one venture into businesses that are already in place? Okay, Hadisa Isa Muhammad, you can go again.
Wait, no, wait. This is going to be
No,
Mrs. Hadiza. We appreciate this, and I really like her energy. But if possible, can she allow others to speak first? Then we'll also give her room, but let others speak first. Then we'll come back to her.
okay, that would be nice, man. That
Please,
would be
please.
nice. But
We
there
love
was no
your
one
energy.
raising their hands.
Yes, we have someone, Master. Yeah, that person. And Nache too is raising his hand. Okay, Nache, you can go ahead, I think.
Oh, okay, thank you. So for guys, great
When Hadisa is a wallahi.
for a business that's already existing, for you to venture into that business, you have to look for a gap, actually a way to improve on that already existing business, to create or add another value to it that has not been there already. So that's another a way to venture into that business already that's already there. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one too. And the final question, I think that's the
Hello.
last question. What are
Wait.
the 5?
Sorry.
Okay.
You didn't allow Mrs. Hadisa to. We promised her, so let her answer, and then you can move on to the last one.
Okay.
Quickly.
Okay, I
Okay.
want to say something. Hello, can
Okay,
you hear
sir.
me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
When Hadiza is done, I want to actually make an example of this very important question. So, but after Hadiza, before we
Okay.
answer.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hadiza, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity given. The first thing that someone needs to do is to get the right people and the right people that have the same mindset. Because I believe each and every person most definitely in life have one or two people that must have something that he or she is doing which will align with what he or she wants. So the first thing is getting the right people, that's getting the right partnership and also getting the right collaborators. Because I think if one or two people, one or two heads are better than one. That's what I would say. So the first thing to venture into someone's business is by giving him the zeal, giving him, supporting him in whatever way you can do, as well as patronizing. And if it entails or if you are interested in it, you can collaborate to have a good partnership. So thank you.
So, thank you very much for that. And the final question. Okay.
Sorry, I said I
Yeah.
wanted.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sorry, the floor is yours.
Okay. Sorry, I know time is not by our side. I just wanted to like mention how this relates to the question. I know we spoke about it in the session. So what I said is that it's not you can start a business for something that is not already existing. You can also enter into a business that is already existing in your environment with the aim of making it better and closing a gap. So I want to make an example. I think recently what is trending is the Python by Tesla Python, right? Um by remind me the name always Elon Musk, right? The Tesla Python by Elon Musk. Okay, now the phone industry is already existing, and we have leaders like iPhone, Samsung, which are doing amazing. So now the Elon Musk is actually coming into that market to disrupt it by not by creating another device, but by being in the phone and solving the gap and filling in the gap. What is the gap that he's filling? Okay, the Tesla iPhone comes with it's a solar panel that can charge it with sun. So the problem of I don't have charge is soon to end with the Tesla iPhone. That's like a gap, right? Okay, iPhone are doing well, Samsung are doing well, but you run out of battery, your phone is dead, you cannot pick up. So now he said, okay, there are some solar whatever in the phone that can charge it with sun. So that's like filling in a gap. And then another thing I think is doing with the Tesla 540 is that it's also connected with central Wi-Fi, whereby as long as you are connected or you are within the range of their satellites, uh, you can actually connect to their Wi-Fi irrespective of where you are in the world, which means that you can always connect to their data. There is no issue of buying data. When you have a Tesla phone, you can always connect with their own Wi-Fi and use the phone. So those are some of the gaps that they are filling. This is an existing business. I'm sure we also have local examples that we can relate this to. But this is something that's actually trending, and that's why I decided to make an example of it. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. That's very wonderful. I think we should move to the last question. There is this bucket list the presenter listed in the book, The Diary of the CEO. There are 5. So anyone who can answer the 5. You just list the 5. You don't need to explain. So Nacho, your hand is up. Nacho, your hand is up, and Sadia Shehu. So Nacho, you can go first. Then Sadiashu, you can.
I think I can only remember two. That's the knowledge bucket, the skill bucket.
Okay, that's a very good one. They are part of them. And Sadiashu, you can go ahead.
Okay, the 5 buckets are learning bucket, we have skills bucket, we have money bucket, we have network buckets, and the last one is reputation bucket.
So thank you very much. That shows you are like following us all through. And this is the end of our Q&A giveaway question session. So I'll just like announce 2 winners out of all. And I think if I'll do justice, Hadiz Elisa is our top winner. And I'll also take Nache. He answered some questions from the presentation, and from here he also answered some other questions. For the other participants like Sadiashe, who you tried a lot, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much, everyone. So Constance, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much, and congratulations to the 2 winners for today's webinar giveaway. Okay, so how you're going to get your pack, how you're going to get your giveaway package is you drop your numbers. You're going to drop your numbers with us and your preferred network, whatever network you like, whatever network you're using. Sorry, yes. So you're going to drop that, and we're going to get back to you on that. So congrats one more time. Yes. So yeah, without wasting so much of our time, we are done with our Q&A section. We would be moving on to the next agenda for the day. So Miss Kate, I don't know if you can kindly swipe to the next. Yes. Okay, so just as we are seeing on our screen, we have a refer and earn bonus benefits. So, and it's a good news coming from Apexium, and we are introducing a refer and earn bonus benefits, and it's very simple. You just have to invite your friends, colleagues, or your community to join Apexium and refer our services to them. So whoever closes a deal will be given a bonus from that deal. So if it's 10 people you refer, so you can do the maths and know how it is. Yes. So these rewards is our own way of appreciating you for helping us grow while creating opportunities for others. So you can start referring today and we shall all win together. Yes. So I think that is it for the referral, for the refer and earn bonuses. Yes, so these on our screen, we can see the list of our services. You can just go through it and then you're going to see how it's going to go. Yes. And then also we have our cyber security and ethical hacking training cohort 3. That's 3.0. It's ongoing right now. And the special offer for this training is 60,000 naira, yes, only. So, and what you'll be taking home, what you'll be gaining from this training is instructor-led training and hands-on experience, cybersecurity, ethical and digital skills, and so much more. There are a lot of packages attached to this training. So if you're interested or you know someone who is interested, you can do well to refer them on and register. So the link is on the flyer Yes, the link is on the flyer. The start date is 19th of September. There are people who have registered, yes, but if you're interested, if you want to be part of those that are going on with the training, you can as well register using the link that is on the flyer. Yeah, so that's it. And then I think we have come to the end of today's webinar. I would say that today's webinar I don't even know the word to use, but it was very, very insightful. I want to thank our honorable guest speaker for bringing us and taking us all along, and for our attendees that have been paying attention. We want to thank you, and we also want to appreciate each and every one of us that have made up time to be here. Yes, we want to thank you for availing yourself for today's webinar. It was an awesome time. Yeah. So I'll be giving a brief overview of the team for the board members of Apexium. I don't know if you can swipe to the last agenda for today. Yes. So on our screen, we can see our wonderful team. And the first on the screen is the CEO of Apexium Technologies, in person of Mahmoud Kani. Yes, so he is the CEO, the founder of Apexium. And to the right is the COO, Mr. Mohammed Yunusa. He is the COO of Apexium Technologies. And then second to the last is also to the right too. Yes, Mr. Zakaria Dahiru Musa. He is the CTO of Apexium Technologies. And the last but not the least is our amiable Kate James Swatchet, who is the DCS of Apexium Technologies. So altogether, they are the board team members of Apexium, and we hold them in very high esteem. And we are all part of the Apexium family. So yes, we want to thank you once again for availing yourself. We wouldn't have had a very wonderful webinar this evening if you weren't here. And yes, most of all, we want to also appreciate the co-moderator, Mr. Imran Hassan, and the host for today, who is Kate Dream Swatchet. I want to appreciate each and every one of us, and I am also a co-moderator. My name is Constance Jadu, and I remain the social media manager intern for Apexium, and want to thank you for availing yourself. So I'll be giving this time to the host to take over. Yes, so thank you and remain blessed. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Constance and Imran, for that wonderful moderation. So, yes, I wouldn't say much after what she has said. I just want to remind the winners of our giveaway today to drop their numbers, their phone numbers, and their preferred network in the chat box here, so that we can quickly take account, and then before the end of today they'll receive their package. So thank you so much to everyone that has joined for honoring this this invitation, the webinar, and a special thank you to our very kind speaker, our guest speaker. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation, and we're definitely going to bring you back for more webinars. So thank you so much for giving us your time and giving us your knowledge. Thank you so much. So I think the CEO, okay, yeah, the CEO would like to say something, I guess, before we close finally.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to give a special thanks to our speaker, that's my namesake. So actually, I'm really glad we are truly in support. And just to wrap up, the commission that Constance have made mention is 5%. So whenever we're charging a client and you refer to us, we'll definitely give you full 5% of whatever the client is paying. So no matter how many times you have referred the client, so it's something that we've already signed a contract and a deal. So also I would like to congratulate those winners. So it means you guys have been following on what I've been doing. And also, I would like to extend my happiness and support to my co-teams and other audience that are in the meeting. We truly appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Okay, I guess that will be all. We're still waiting for the phone numbers and the preferred network so we can take record of that. After that, I think, yes, with all that being said, we've come to the end of this webinar. See you again, same time, same station. Yes, I remain your host, Kate Jim. Thank you. Have a great night. Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, if anyone knows Miss Hadith, I think she dropped out of the call. I don't know if it's due to network issues. Please just reach out to her and ask her to, to send her details because we don't have it with us. So thank you very much. Good night.